Hey, welcome to ZooBricks. My name is Maxine and I'm trying to build the world's largest Lego zoo. Now, in my last video, I started building the kind of area around the brand new red panda enclosure. And red pandas are one of my favoriteest animals in the whole widest world that I've ever worked with. And I can't wait to welcome them here at the real life zoo, as well as the Lego zoo. Now, this is the footprint where the red pandas are going. This is the gate that I made last week. So I'm going to be working on trying to finalize the outline of where the actual enclosure is going to be, as well as trying to plan where the off-show holding area and the house and the keeper area is going to be back here. And I've got a few ideas and I want it to fit in with the theming that I've already done here. So we shall see how we get on. What I was kind of thinking was that I could place that on there, but raised a little bit and on a little bit of an angle, so that when the public are viewing the house from here, they can kind of see those holes quite easily. And then it's a double door system as well, which basically means that the keepers can enter the enclosure safely through it. So keepers come in here, they grab their tools off the wall here, close that door, and then they can enter the exhibit on this side and it's secure. There are two Panda access holes which fit red pandas through. Oh, no they don't. Hey, hey, hey. It's a good job we test these things. So it's actually the stud on top of the panda there that's stopping him from entering the house. So I'm gonna have to modify those holes slightly and make them slightly bigger so he can actually fit in his house. Now, red pandas are completely like outdoors. They don't need any heating or anything like that. This is purely like nest boxes they're classed as. So, you know, if you put lots of nice straw in them, the pandas do appreciate actually being able to curl up inside of a nice cozy dark box on the night time. So you always give them more than one, and you can offer them at different heights as well, because they might just feel different on different days of where they would like to sleep. Also, when females give birth to cubs, they generally like to move the cubs within 24 hours or so from the place that they gave birth into a new home, just because that one stinks of birthing and everything, and it's kind of like a defense thing. So you always provide her with at least two houses, but I'll probably put another house out on the paddock here. But these two will be accessible through the keeper house. So I need to try and make sure that these guys can actually fit in this house. Then I've started working on a roof for it. So basically I'm gonna make kind of like a pagoda style kind of Chinese roof on it, and then build a little bit more height on it. We'll see how we get on. have spent a very long time designing a keeper house and off-show animal area. I know it doesn't look like much right there, but it will transform into something quite exciting as it's actually 3-tiered, and I went down the pagoda route. So this is the base layer, which is just sat on the actual base plates there. It overlaps 2 separate base plates. So that's one base plate that kind of ends there, and this is another one here. So it needs to be removable. So it's just kind of sitting there at the minute. And on this bit, you've got some little stairs and a little walled garden and some little lanterns. And that will make more sense as we add the rest of the building. Here is the first floor. Now, I didn't have enough of these solid cream panels to put in the glass windows, because it would look better if all of the windows were solid panels. But in a nutshell, what we've got is the keeper area. So inside here, the keeper can enter. There's the tools, brush, and a bucket, and there's a door to go through into the exhibit, which is on this side. Then, as we turn it around, we've got 2 nest boxes for the red pandas that are connected to those 2 holes, which are the taller ones, which the red panda now fits in. So red pandas can come in, and the keepers can obviously access and clean them. So that's what it looks like on the inside. We need to put the holes for the red pandas facing the exhibit. I'm just going to slot this in here. It's a little bit snug, but it does go in. There we go. Then this is the next layer. I kind of went to town on this just because I had so many windows. I didn't think I would have so many. So that literally just slots on top of that, like so. And all of these are like banked, so you can adjust the angle of them. Here's the top layer, which has got a couple of little windows on each side and like a little bit of a railing there as well. And these all just have 4 contact points with each level, so it's only in these little corner studs that they connect together, so it easily snaps apart. And then did some fancy dangly lights for a little bit of theming. It's a little bit random, but you get the gist anyways. I'm still not happy with the wall. I'm not entirely sure that it makes a lot of sense where it's connecting to now. Just because we're providing the red panda with a great deal of escape opportunities. Because ideally what needs to happen, because those are the 2 red panda box entrances, is we need the fence to come up here and connect to there. Because this is a nice little overhang here that the panda won't be able to get around. And then the fence also needs to kind of come up here. But we needed a double door keeper access, which is why the enclosure currently goes all the way around to encompass that door. So effectively, that fence would need to come up there. But I think that looks a bit weird, if I'm brutally honest. I think it would be better if that enclosure just came to there, and then maybe we just put a separate double door gate on the actual exhibit somewhere else so that keepers can access this enclosure. But I think it looks really wicked, and it obviously suits the other theming that I did the other day. Now the fence, I ran out of pieces that allowed me to put gold leaf on, so the rest is just plain. But obviously this whole area still needs planting up and everything. Once it's planted up, you wouldn't even see that anyways. But the footprint's pretty decent size. There's still enough space here for a nice big tree, and we still need some nest boxes out in the paddock anyways. But decking the enclosure out and building the tree and everything, that's the easy bit. So I'm just trying to get all the complicated stuff done first. So this path is a little bit tight coming up here, which is a little bit annoying. But you do get those areas in zoos where you have super wide areas which are high traffic, and then you have these quiet little corners. It might be quite cool to put like a little garden or something back there, because around the side there, that's the otter keeper area. But also, someone did mention, which I think is a great idea, that this should be like the entrance to Asia, and then through here we should be having like the Sumatran tigers and all kinds of other species that would be relevant. So it is kind of like an Asia themed area, and we have got space at the back because there's that whole section there where those dinosaurs are hanging out. That's all connected to here because that's the otter keeper area there. This building is a little bit big, to be honest. It was bigger than what I was intending, so it might be that we tell the botanical gardens to like get out of the way, just so that we can maybe move that to the left and open this up a little bit more into something a bit more special. I don't know, what do you think? Like, I literally spent hours looking at this and thinking and just sometimes I just get a bit blind. It's nice to have a fresh pair of eyes on the situation to see what you guys think. And of course, obviously all the path and everything needs filling in and planting added, and it'd be cool to add some more bamboo and kind of really plant the whole area up just like you would in an actual zoo. But also, what do you think about the red and white fence? I'm looking at it, and every time I look at it now I think of Ferrari, which is not ideal. I don't have enough of this brown to make another one, but it would be cool if it was a matching fence. I think that's one thing that you find in themed zoos, is that whole areas are the same. So if this was also a brown fence with a black trim, I think that would kind of help define the zoning of the zoo. That's what it's called zoning. So I might do that as well, even though I've been faffing about this for ages. But you know, once again, that is the joys of Lego and why it's so good to be able to take it apart and try again. But in other news, I have got something new that was delivered, which I think will fit perfectly on top of this mountain. So I'm going to show you. Now, some of you might have had these delivered as well. So this is the Bricklink Designer Program Series 1 set, the Mountain Fortress. And this was part of the Designer Series crowdfunding that took place last year. Now, some of you might be wondering, this is not Lego. Well, surprise, yes it is. Now, there is a way of going onto the Lego website, and Lego Ideas it's called, and submitting your own designs to be made into Lego sets. But sometimes, and quite often, a lot of people's designs don't make it through, but it doesn't mean that they're not good. So there's another website that was set up years ago called Bricklink, and it was not associated with Lego, but Lego has since bought it. But people submit their designs on that website, and there's hundreds of them. Through crowdfunding, people vote for their top 5 or 6 sets that they want to get made, and that happens generally once a year, but I think it's happening twice a year now. So this is one of those sets, and I think that this will look stunning on top of the mountain. And I want to try and integrate it into like a bit of a kind of medieval ring falconry display thing. I think that would be quite cool. So basically I'm just giving myself more work. Bent. Anyways, I hope that you enjoyed that update. I'll be cracking on with some planting, trying to think of some different ideas. I hope that your week is going well, and if you haven't done already, please do remember to like this video and subscribe to the ZooBricks channel, and I shall see you very soon.